Codes of this level are child's play. The Magisters have set codes that are too easy.
each passing day, the demons attacked us less often. That didn't mean there were no casualties. Soldiers, knights, and those who had fallen behind all sacrificed themselves. Thanks to them, we were finally able to evade the demons. There was no joy to be had in surviving, no sorrow to honor the dead, no guilt in feeling alone. And then we faced another onslaught from the enemy. The demons surrounded us and laughed, as if it were clear not a single soul would escape. The moment their weapons lit up,
It's not a happy memory like the void. A realm where chaos reigns, but the laws of reality don't apply. A world of Colossus. I don't like the idea of going back there. If Seneca miscalculates and we get stuck in the void, many of the descendants could die. But he has a point. If we could intercept the Colossus in the void before it reaches Ingress, then we wouldn't have to worry about it attacking us. We could prevent future catastrophic losses of lives. The only problem is how much I can trust Seneca. Doesn't feel right having to rely on someone else's calculations to get back to the void. But I can't see another way. And I can't leave it to the rookie descendants. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll make sure Alpha compensates me well for this.
Reloading.
What is up with this weather?
Johnson, I know you're trying to use the weather as an excuse to skip the evening shift again. If you need an excuse to do anything, it should be to practice your spearmanship. This may be our home territory, but our neighbors are definitely up to something.
Come on, Graham, we don't have anything valuable here, and our great knights will be able to hold anyone off. I think there's something you should be more... I survived. When Graham fell, I gave up and ran. Thanks to that, I survived. The sight of the burning city remains a horrible, miserable memory. I don't know what happened to the people who escaped the city and scattered. I ran away, despite hearing the screams. I ran and ran until I couldn't hear them. After a few days, I finally met a group of survivors. They'd fled from further north of the city. They told me to head south, to the mountains. They'd heard there was someone who was rallying survivors.
Codes of this level are child's play.
Anais, do you really believe that humans can survive against Corel?
Corella's crossed a line. If he obtains the device, there will be irreversible consequences. He doesn't appreciate the power it contains. His only interest is in his agenda.
Then do you believe humans will ever be able to reach the truth? They are inferior beings who still use iron as their primary metal. Are you going to trust our future to them? And again, I ask, do you believe humanity can survive against Corel?
Not as they currently are. But what if we were to help them awaken their true potential?
You are prepared to wager our fate on a mere possibility. You know full well that no one can guarantee the authenticity of the records.
Are you satisfied?
There were times when I felt strange sensations. I thought everyone felt them, but as I grew older, I realized that I had special abilities. I could see better and hear better than other people. Then Magister Nace explained it to me. It was Arche. They told me that Arche was a special power which existed only in this world, and even amongst humankind. Only a few people had a small potential to manipulate it. In order to forcibly realize this potential, volunteers were needed for the first experiment. Though the title no longer carries any meaning, I am still a knight. I do not know if I still have a lord to serve, but as a knight, I should not refuse an opportunity to become stronger.
Preparations to locate the Ironheart are almost complete. Soon humankind will discover it, and no doubt be awed by its power. However, I am not sure that those who gain access to that power will follow my instructions.
Magisters have indeed taught us a great deal. If it weren't for the knowledge and technology, we would have been exterminated long ago. Ingers and the Ironheart would have already fallen to Volga's hands. However, sometimes I am concerned that our trust in the Magisters is misplaced. I'm not saying they will betray us. If it weren't for them, of course, we would never have been able to endure the century following the...
There once was a time that Kingston, known as King Square, was full of human vitality. During that time, countless people gathered to sing songs. Songs about the beauty of this world and the torment of existence, the joy of birth and the sadness of passing. Now the songs can no longer be heard, and only the faint wails of those who have passed echo throughout this place. The resting places of
In a time long forgotten, when fairies and gods walked upon the earth, a time when humans were unable to break the chains of slavery that the fairies had bound them in. They say that it was during this time that evil demons invaded our world, an era lost to both darkness and age. The gods and fairies fought against the tides of demons, but were unable to match their overwhelming strength. And so, the gods devised a plan. They crafted a powerful puppet to capture and contain the demons. With the help of the fairies, the gods crafted
There weren't many surprises to be found in these unforgiving mountains. Unless you ran into a hungry beast or a sudden snowstorm, there wasn't much that would disturb the tranquility of the snowy peaks. That is why the memories of that day are so deeply seared into my mind. It was a fairly clear day. A few clouds floated above, but it was far from a day where clouds foretold a coming snowstorm. But then, almost instantaneously, the sky went dark. A great roar ripped through the sky. Well, at least that's how I remember it. An enormous black shadow, which turned out to be a huge ship, covered the entire mountain. A flying ship that sailed through the skies. This black ship, spewing enough smoke to cover the world with inky darkness, crashed into the mountainside. The impact caused the largest avalanche I have ever seen.